Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Kartika Piniji Dwi Budi Arti, and in this video I would like to present about economic journal. The title of economic journal is The Effect of Current Ratio, Debt to Asset Ratio, Total Asset Turnover, and Inflation to Return on Asset, written by Herman Supardi, Suratno, and Suyanto. Introduction. Cooperative in Indonesia are growing and have an impact on the scope of cooperative business, including cooperative in Indramayu Regency. The number of cooperative in Indramayu Regency has been experiencing growth. There were 687 cooperative units in 2006. In 2014, there were 1,002 cooperative units. Cooperative performance can be seen from various parameters. One of them is financial. Profit is one of the parameters to assess the company's financial performance. In this journal, using return on total asset and as an indicator of profit. The purpose of this research are included: 1. Prove and explain that the current ratio, debt to asset ratio, total asset turnover, and inflation simultaneously have an effect to return on asset. 2. Prove and explain that the current ratio, debt to asset ratio, total asset turnover, and inflation partially have an effect to return on asset. From the theoretical thinking framework of this journal, it can be seen the hypotheses of this research. Hypotheses of this research are: 1. Current ratio has a significant effect on ROA. 2. Debt to asset ratio has a significant effect on ROA. 3. Total asset turnover has a significant effect on ROA. 4. Inflation has a significant effect on ROA. 5. Simultaneously, current ratio, debt to asset ratio, total asset turnover, inflation, significant effect on ROA. Research method of this journal are: the population of this journal is 57 cooperative in Indramayu district. Data collection by author is documentation method. The author collect the data from the cooperative annual member meeting report. This data is commonly known as secondary data. This journal uses multiple linear regression analysis to analyze the data. The result of hypothesis testing are: 1. Current ratio has no effect to return on asset. 2. Debt to asset ratio has an effect to return on asset. 3. Total asset turnover has an effect to return on asset. 4. Inflation has no effect to return on asset. 5. Current ratio, debt to asset ratio, total asset turnover, and inflation simultaneously has an effect to return on asset. Conclusion. 1. Current ratio partially has no effect on return on asset at KBRI in Indramayu Regency because the current ratio is too large. If current ratio is too large, it will give not good effect on ROA. Even though it shows the cooperative ability to pay short-term obligation or debt they are due soon, overall have a level of security, but too many current assets are idle. While current asset contain accounts such as cash and cash equivalent, receivable, inventories, and marketable securities. But with the high current ratio does not necessarily guarantee cooperative has enough cash to pay its current liability. 2. debt to asset ratio has an effect to return on asset at KPRI in Indramayu Regency. The smaller the debt to asset ratio has a good effect on the companies because the interest debt burden to outsider will decrease. The low level of debt to asset ratio has an impact on increasing cooperative profit. 3. Total asset turnover has an effect to return on asset at KPRI in Indramayu Regency. The greater total asset turnover has a good impact because the cooperative profit increases. 4. Inflation has no effect to return on asset at KPRI in Indramayu Regency. KPRI cooperative member keep shopping at the cooperative store and always pay debt installation. 5. Current ratio, debt to asset ratio, total asset turnover, and inflation simultaneously has an effect to return on asset at KPRI in Indramayu. This shows that with the availability of secure payment of maturing debt and the cooperative debt decrease every year as well as increases sales and fluctuating inflation, it can affect the return on asset. That's all my presentation. Thanks for your nice attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.